if you don't have the right culture to keep your employees here, to make them feel valued, to make them feel like, oh, I'm not just an employee, I'm not just a number. What I do makes a difference. Where I live, our company makes a difference.
Welcome to the Hunger Action Heroes podcast. Hunger Action Heroes is a production of the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent. The Food Bank of the Golden Crescent was established in 1986 as the Community Food Bank in Victoria, Texas. Our mission is helping heal the hurt of hunger in our 11-county service area: Calhoun, Colorado, DeWitt, Goliad, Gonzales, Jackson, Lavaca, Matagorda, Refugio, Victoria, and Wharton. We passionately advocate for a hunger-free Texas. Your host, Chris Doelle, will bring you a message from our sponsor and get right into the episode. Stick around.
Imperative Chemical Partners sets the standard for chemical services in the oil and gas industry. They work with E&P and midstream operators across the lower 48 states, delivering reliable service and customized chemical solutions designed for each basin's unique challenges. With in-house manufacturing, research, and field expertise, Imperative helps reduce risk, improve performance, and keep operations running smoothly. Learn more at imperativechemicals.com. As an independent power producer, East Point Energy is currently developing gigawatts of energy storage products throughout the country to build a clean, resilient, and affordable electric grid for the future. The Bobcat Battery Storage Project will help keep our own grid running smoothly as energy needs grow. This project isn't just about energy, it's about working together to shape a stronger future for the Golden Crescent. You can learn more at bobcatenergycenter.com. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Hunger Action Heroes Show. I'm Chris Doelle. I am joined today by Leticia Reinke from Imperative Chemical Partners. How are you doing, Leticia?
I am good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. It's a great day to be in West Texas, where I am right now, but I know we're talking about Victoria, so.
I love it. I love it. And so the first thing I have to ask, what the heck is Imperative Chemical Partners?
Well, Imperative Chemical Partners is a company that is located, has two corporate headquarters, one being in Midland, Texas, and the other being in Houston. And we are a chemical provider for the oil and gas industry. I'm just going to put it very simple as I know that I can put it. And we provide flow assurance and asset integrity to producers in the oil and gas space that allows those producers to keep their assets running effectively. And what we do for Imperative, we have been around since 24 years. Nice. We've acquired several companies. One of those companies had companies in the Victoria and South Texas area. So when we acquired them, that's when Imperative got to join that space down there. And so I don't know, did that answer your question?
Yeah. And so, if I'm thumbing through the website, I'm not, by any means an oil and gas expert, but I'm assuming you do something. You talked about the flow. I see some charts on there that shows whatever you do increases the flow or makes the volume higher or something. So give me a 30,000 foot view of that.
Okay. 30,000 foot view is that our customers come to us and they need solutions to get that flow. Okay, let's just talk about the flow. And to get more oil out of the ground.
Right.
Let's just, that's very simple. And so we have an R&D development, we have engineers, we have chemists that can go in and we pull samples from the ground, we pull samples from the well, and then we go to our labs and we can get specific chemicals, specific things that can increase that flow. That's why we say flow assurance, that
Right.
can pull more chemical out of the ground. So we may have a well that is 20 years old. So, and we can go in and we can find specific solutions to get more flow assurance, to get more chemical out of that. So it's Imperative Chemical Partners has some um, patents pending, or we have 6 patents already.
Mhm.
We have 9 patents pending on things that only Imperative can do to help the oil and gas industry.
Nice. Well, that's huge. That makes you unique. You're not just Johnny come lately, everybody's doing the same thing. You have some skills, some technologies that other people don't.
Correct. We are not unique in several areas. Now, are there other chemical companies out there? Yes. What we pride ourselves in is our customer service, in providing that customer service, in providing those relationships. We have a lot of people. We have over 1,000 employees that work for Imperative. We have 43 locations located in 13 states
Mhm.
across the United States, mainly in the Midwestern area. So in South Texas, we pride ourselves. We know our companies. We have the relationships with those customers, and we've had them for a long time there. So I am very proud to lead our internal and community relations department for Imperative. And what does that mean? Well, we wouldn't have Imperative if it wasn't for our employees
Yep.
and those people that are living in those towns. And we want to make sure that they know that they are the most precious resource in our company is our employees. And what they do in their communities, we want to say thank you. Number one, back to the communities
Yep.
that where we live, where our employees live. We want to say thank you to our those employees that make it happen for Imperative every day. So it's that person that's driving the truck that you see with the Imperative logo, to the chemist that is in the lab, to our C-suite that
Mhm.
is that they're at the corporate headquarters looking at everything overall. So we have a big company.
Yeah, big time. And you talked about giving back to the community. One of the reasons we got connected was the food bank of the Golden Crescent. Y'all made a donation there, and as part of that, we're having this interview. So,
Yes.
talk about that. The interest for Imperative Chemical Partners in partnering with places like the food bank.
Well, we started partnering with the food bank, I'll be honest with you, in Midland, Odessa.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do 2 things. We wanted to give back financially to certain areas, and then we wanted to give back of our time. So
Mhm.
when I say we have almost 1,000 employees, we want those 1,000 employees to be connected in the communities.
Yeah.
And that's how we got partnered with the food bank in Victoria. I called the president of the food bank here and said, "Do you have a contact?" She connected me there. So we had our leadership team that is in South Texas go meet. They had a meeting space in the food bank. So they got to meet. They got to give back 3 hours of their individual time. So we had about 20 people, giving back. So that's 60 hours that we got to give
Yeah.
back to that area of them packing meals for those people that are in South Texas. And then at the end of the day, yes, we did get to give back financially to the food bank in Victoria. Now we're getting to go to a fundraiser that they have. So that's where we where we are not a nonprofit as the food bank is. So we are able to give back, and we have our budget of this is where we want to give back, and the food bank is one of those areas. So for 2026, we are mental health is one of our pillars that we're giving back to. Our youth, we give back a lot to our youth, and then in our communities, if there is a need that arises, like if there's a tornado that comes through or something, we want to be the first on the ground to be able to say, "Hey, we're here. Imperative is here to Imperative cares." And going back to the mental health area, we think that that really does tie in to the food banks. I mean, there's people that are hungry. There's people that without that meal on their table, they're wondering where it's going to come back. That affects their mental health, and we're proud that we can be that partner with the food bank.
Yeah, I love that. And I mentioned the sponsorship, but any company can write a check. But the fact that you had people boots on the ground, packing meals, you really understand the food bank.
We do, and we understand that, and it looks different in every area. It looks
Yeah.
different in South Texas than it does in North Dakota, where we have things we do, and so we are having a round of employee, appreciation days.
Nice.
And part of that day that our employees are going to come in for an hour, we're going to feed them, but we're also going to have them give back by we're stuffing pencil pouches for the next school year. So, and we'll be able to leave those, kids need supplies.
Yep.
Not everybody has everything. So we try to do something at every company event that we have that brings in every employee that we have. And we're like, okay, we need you to just help us stuff these pencil pouches.
Yeah.
And then those stay in the communities, because yes, this is more than just about writing a check. We don't want companies, nonprofits to just call and say, hey, we need this. We want to say, okay, we'll help when we can financially, but we want to help where we can by our time, by our efforts.
That's excellent. And Prosperity Bank is happy to congratulate the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent on its 40th anniversary in 2026. In 2025, the Food Bank and its partner agencies served more than 6 million nutritious meals to the needy across the Golden Crescent area. They have tailored programs to help erase food insecurity with special programs for kids and seniors. We salute them for their work. Volunteer or donate today at www.tfbgc.org. Prosperity Bank is a member of the FDIC. Regional Steel Products is a family-owned steel distribution center serving South Texas since 1981. They offer quality steel products across all sizes, lines, and grades. If they don't stock it, they will do their best to find it for you. For over 45 years, Regional Steel has supported the Crossroads community through service and involvement. Visit regionalsteel.net or stop by their location at the corner of Highway 59 and Port Lavaca Highway. Regional Steel is committed to being your number one provider of new steel products. John Wesley Global Methodist Church believes one of the looks of faith is compassion in action. We are grateful for the ministry of the Food Bank and heartily support them in their efforts not only to fight hunger, but to eradicate it completely. If you're looking for a church family committed to discipleship in Jesus Christ, join us Sundays at 10:30 a.m. or watch our weekly service on YouTube at John Wesley GMC Victoria. For more information, visit jwgmc.org. And if you could, let's talk about you a minute. Give us your background, how you got, your backstory, where you came from, how you got involved with Imperative Chemicals.
Sure. So, and my background is I have lived in the Midland Odessa community for 32 years,
Nice.
and I do come from sales, from marketing, and this opportunity came up to be involved with Imperative in a very unique way. I was approached like, "Hey, we think you'd be a good person that comes and works for Imperative." So I came in. What I am doing now came as a byproduct of me being involved in nonprofits here in the area.
Nice.
Our CEO said, I see you are really, you have a lot of connections, you're heavily involved. We want to be able to give back. Can you help us with that? Because they didn't have anybody identified that was their job. Yeah. So my department came about by, community and internal relations of being like, we see this need that we need a person and a department that is just focused on this area. So that's, I am very proud of our leadership for identifying that, because a lot of companies, they wake up, they need to make the money, they need to take care of the problems, the solutions, the asset integrity, the flow assurance that we talked about with our producers. But then I'm very, very proud of our leadership in looking and seeing that need to have somebody that just can focus on this.
I love that. I love that, because then imperative becomes people and not corporation, right? So that changes everything. Talk about imperative and the future. What do you see as the future? What is the vision for imperative?
Well, the future for imperative, and I want to go back to what our um, people and culture, and that is where I am under. And if you don't have the right culture to keep your employees here, to
Yeah.
make them feel valued, to make them feel like, oh, I'm not just an employee, I'm not just a number. What I
Mhm.
do makes a difference. Where I live, our company makes a difference. We got pictures back from South Texas. We sponsored a youth baseball team, and they're wearing our imperative logo on their little helmets. And, that doesn't mean a lot. Our logo doesn't mean a lot to them, but that means a
Right.
lot to our employee that asked us to give back.
Yeah.
So where do I see imperative going? I see us growing in every community where we are, not only in what we do that gives us our bottom line of, being able to give our producers, our customers more on their bottom line. But I see imperative growing within the culture, within our communities. And I'm hoping that you see our name out there many more times, just
Yeah.
like you see some of our customers' name out there many more times.
That is amazing. I love that. Leticia Reinke with Imperative Chemical Partners. I want to thank you for being on the show, and more importantly, for being a hunger action hero. We thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to do this. And I just want to, again, for the food bank, say thank you for what they do every day, and say thank you for allowing us to walk in and help. They're just in Victoria to just help to do what we did and to do what we're going to do, because it's not just a one time. We are going to continue to do this quarterly there in Victoria, and we're so proud that we can do that.
Love it. Looking for compassionate, comprehensive care for your whole family? Choose Knock Wells, Family Nurse Practitioner Certified. From children to adults and seniors, personalized care is at the heart of every visit. Conveniently located at 2700 Citizens Plaza, Suite 100, Knock is here to support your health every step of the way. Supervised by Dr. Richard H. Leggett, you can trust you're in experienced and caring hands. Call 361-579-1374 today to schedule your appointment. Frost Bank is proud to support the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent and their organizations serving the Victoria community. For more than 150 years, Frost has built its reputation on integrity, caring, and excellence. Whether you need banking, investments, or insurance, Frost offers everything you'd expect from a big bank, but even better. With award-winning service and real people ready to help 24/7. Visit frostbank.com, call 1-800-513-7678, or stop by the Frost Financial Center in Victoria to learn more. Hunger Action Heroes is proudly sponsored by Fresh Media Works. Fresh Media Works is a full-service podcast and media marketing company that helps businesses, nonprofits, and thought leaders grow their audience, build authority, and turn their message into meaningful impact through professional podcast production and promotion. We're honored to support the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent and help shine a light on the heroes fighting hunger in our community. You can learn more at freshmediaworks.com. Hunger Action Heroes is also made possible through the generous support from South Texas Electric Co-op, DeWitt Dental Professionals, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, Southern Field Maintenance, Victoria Lions Club, Dennis and Sherry Shea, and Texas A&M University Victoria. Thank you for all your support of the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent.